Hi everybody, it's been a while since I've recorded, so I thought I would give you a little idea of what I've been working on. On my last video I told you all I had left to do was that little purse for that Levi outfit, and this was all the fabric I had left, so I had to really stretch it. So instead of making a flap or anything, I ended up putting a little I put her beads in here just so I didn't lose them. I ended up having to use some bias tape, and instead of having a flap over, I ended up, I bought this at a resale shop for 35 cents, and there's little decorative snaps. You can get decorative snaps still at the different fabric stores. But anyway, it worked out really good, and I just put a little snap in there, and that's what I did for the purse. The only thing I wish I wouldn't have done was I used elastic here. I should have tried to find something better than that, and next time I will, but that's basically the end of that outfit. I'm not going to do anything else with it. So that was that. So what I'm working on now is I'm trying to make a bunch of underclothes for the doll. And a couple weeks ago, Hobby Lobby had all their rolled tulle on sale for 50% off. So I bought a bunch of the fancy ones, the white dots, the iridescents, the glitters, the animal prints. If you buy the fancy ones, you only get 10 yards. It's 6 inches by 10 yards. But if you buy the plain colors, you get 25 yards. So it depends on what you want to buy and get as far as how much you actually end up with. This is the iridescent. I haven't made a slip with this one yet, but this would be good for princesses and aliens or whatever kind of outfit you're going to make. Basically, your doll's waist is, if you're an American Girl or a Journey Girl, your doll's waist is 10 inches. So what I did is I cut a fabric out. At least the minimum you can cut out is 13 for a skirt. I mean for a slip. But if you want it bigger than that, it's up to you. But don't go much smaller than 13 inches. And this, you can change the width, no problem. In fact, you want to probably vary your widths on your skirts. So in case you want to wear multiple skirts under multiple slips under a skirt, you can get a nice, pretty variety if you wear multiple skirts, multiple slips. So that's what I've been working on. This I tried, one of the first ones I tried, I decided to do it without putting the fabric in there and just using the tulle and elastic. And that's cute, it's okay, I mean it works. But I like it better with a little fabric on it. Personally, that's my, what I like. So then everybody's making those pillowcase dresses for a little girl, so I thought I'd try and make a pillowcase dress for the doll. And I had the front and the back exactly the same, and I didn't care for it, so I ended up cutting that out, putting some elastic in there, and I just made a crossover halter. I didn't do a very good job. Like I said, it was just one of those things I just put together because I didn't like what I came up with. But I made a little halter. This is too short to be a dress, but it's one of those blouses. And what I did is I took my tulle and I cut it in 2-inch strips. So I got three strips out of the 6 inches, and I did 3 layers of 2-inch strips on that. And it's cute when it's on the doll, but I have to make her some leggings because it's too short for a dress. So basically this is the same size as that little red one that I have. So you're going to give yourself enough so you have 1 inch on the top for your elastic, because you're going to turn it under and make your casing. And then on the bottom you're going to have a 1/4 inch, so it's completely sewn. So 1/4 inch and a 1/4 inch, and then just put a seam in it. As far as the tulle itself, this is half. I cut the roll in half on this one. When you're making your pleats, you can leave your tool on your rolls. The air conditioning's coming on. As you work with it, so that you don't end up running out of. So you end up having enough tool. So I left this on the roll in case I needed to add more. So you want to make sure when you're making your pleats that your tool exceeds your fabric, because you're going to need some to cross over to cover each other like that at the end when you put it on the round skirt. So I think this is probably 4 inches, 4.5 inches by 15, I think, is what I used on this little red one. So first thing I do is I'm going to sew my seam. I did 1/4 of an inch seam, and then I zigzagged it. If you have a serger, even better. And then I cut it, trimmed it down. So I did my turn in for my elastic, and then I was able to sew this directly onto. I actually sewed this first to put my pleats in. And then I sewed it to the fabric, so I didn't have to go over all those needles, well, because I took the needles out as I sewed them. This is, if you can do it, this is just a plain gather. I didn't like this look. I tried it a couple different ways, and I just couldn't get the gathers where I thought they were nicely pleated. I mean, where they were evenly distributed, so I ended up doing the pleats. I just tend to like it better. Same with all of them. I did all the inverted pleat on all of them. So basically, the inverted pleat is you just same thing like when I made the pleated skirts. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not even measuring it. I just turn it under. That's probably a little over, probably 3/4 of an inch, and then I turn this one. It's up to you how big you want your pleats or how small you want your pleats. And these are big pleats, so it's up to you what you want to do. So that's how I did it, and then you get that nice, even, pleated look on the skirt, which I like better than just the plain old gather, but it's up to you, whatever you want to do. So that's what I've been working on. Like I said, I went to, also you can use the same tool for pins and for barrettes, so it gives a little different look on your little more options on barrettes and pins for your clothes. I made an outfit to match these. Okay, so another thing that I've been working on is we went to, like I said, we went to Austin, and we went to a lot of resale shops, and I bought a couple grab bags of fabric. And in one of the grab bags there was a Christmas wreath piece, and I got 2 of them, and I knew I wasn't going to be making the wreath. So what I ended up doing was I thought, well, that would be really cute if I just made a circular skirt for the doll, and I could actually make it reversible and just sew it like I was making the regular wreath, just not stuff it. So that's what I ended up doing. I wanted to make a slip to go under it to give the outfit some body. I haven't made a blouse yet. As far as the blouse goes, I'm going to take the piece of fabric that they give you for the bow, and I'm going to make some kind of blouse out of it for her. I don't know what exactly I'm going to do, but it's going to be something like that. So anyway, on this slip, I wasn't sure how many layers of tulle I wanted, so I started out with this is a 3-inch strip and then a 3-inch strip, and I just put an inch in between them. So I didn't know if I wanted to add another strip to go on top or not. So I left I haven't sewed the elastic yet because it's easier to work with when you have it stretched out. So anyway, I think it turned out okay. And like I said on the this wreath, I don't know if you know anything about quilting, but this is the Dresden Plate. That's all this is the Dresden Plate. So I just sewed it so I could sew it have a reversible skirt, I sewed the outside, and then I just turned this under on the inside and put in elastic, and then I top stitched it with a zigzag stitch. So like I said, it's a reversible skirt, so you could do it either the plain red and white, or you can make it the Christmas design. But you can do this yourself. You can take any fabric you want and just make the Dresden plates and sew them together, and you can come out with some of the cutest designs. And you can change your color of your tool and make different color tools. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You don't even have to make the slip this long. I mean, the dress this long, the skirt this long. You can make it as short as you want to, and you don't have to make it this wide either. You can make it so it's not so wide. But anyway, so now she has the option of having a reversible skirt. The only thing, when you're on the red and white side, you see a little green peeking through the bottom, but it's okay. It's okay. So anyway, like I said, on the Dresden plate, you just take that one piece of Dresden plate and cut out your fabric, and you can do any design you want, and then just sew your petals together and make any layer skirt that you want. Okay, basically that's what I'm working on right now, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.